Hello once again, good people on YouTube. My name is Sage and welcome to new Pokemon Hardcore Nuzlocke challenge video. This time I will attempt to beat Pokemon Alpha Sapphire with the general Hardcore Nuzlocke rules. Catch only the first Pokemon encounter in each route, and if Pokemon faints, it's gone for good. Also, Pokemon levels cannot exceed that of the ace Pokemon of next gym leader. Well, I'm sure you know all the drill at this point, so let's just get started. As a starter, I choose Trico, mainly just because I have not used it in a while in my most recent playthroughs of Hoenn, and yeah, that's pretty much only reason. Anyway, as my first encounters before Petalburg City I get Wurmple, Zigzagoon and Lotad. I mean pretty common encounters from these first routes. Then Valley gets the routes as his first encounter of course, which must be hacked somehow. Anyway, with group of Pokemon I head on from the Petalburg City. Heading towards the first gym, my next encounters are Ringal and Nincada. I realize now that I actually forgot to catch encounter in Petalburg Woods. Whoops. Well, nonetheless, beating the first gym is thankfully easy. Lotad was able to evolve to Lombre upon reaching the level cap, and Roxanne really did not put up a fight. Nosepass did not even use Rock Tomb, just some tackles. Well, let's just see how things will continue from here then. After saving Pico from Team Aquagrant, I catch a Whismur as my encounter from this cave, and then it's time to head immediately to next gym. A pretty good matchup here. Dustox takes care of matchup quickly, but Makuhita hits pretty hard with knockoff after Alia's defense drop that matchup did earlier. I was thinking a while that maybe I just sack Dustox here, but I decided that it deserves to live. I switch around between Crowile and Lombre a bit because of the sand attack spam, but in the end Crowile hits to take out Makuhita, winning me the second gym without losses. Next I head to meet Steven and on the way there catch Makuhita's next encounter. This guy might become handy honestly against Watson. Anyway, next I arrive to Slateport and here I beat some Team Aquagrant in a museum and smash speed through some unskippable cutscenes. Next route I catch Blastoise as my encounter, and then it's time for the infamous rival fight, which always has and will be my demise. This freaking takes out two of my Pokemon. I had to sack Zigzagoon and then I got unlucky by Combusken hitting through Confusion twice, taking out Wingull. I hate this fight so much. After I struggled my way through somehow, I arrived to Mobile City. I beat Wally quickly and then go grind my team a bit. Then I begin the fight against the third team leader Watson. And Watson is a bit of an issue. Magnemite is easy to handle for sure, but Voltorb and Magneton puts up a fight. I mean, I had a chance to get free damage against Magneton when Voltorb used the Volt Switch, but of course on that turn Makuhita got fully paralyzed. So I then had to sack Nincada, who actually gets thankfully gazillion sand attacks in before going down. Unfortunately though, Magneton has an attack that cannot ever miss. Yay! And thankfully Crowile can still take Magneton barely down. And then Voltorb as well, so I get through without losing any actually important Pokemon. After the gym I catch Illumise as my next encounter, which is kinda garbage Pokemon, but whatever. On my way to Falarbro town, Makuhita evolves to Hariyama and Whismur evolves to Loudred. I also catch Numel and Grimer as my next encounters. I also encounter this Pinda, but I don't want it so I kill it. Then I deal with Team Aqua in Meteor Falls in this double battle with May and then return back to Mobile. Also, I think I caught a Zubat here as an encounter. I forgot to add it in the script, so just wanted to mention it here. And then disaster fell upon me. I stroll my way to this mountain and smoothly beat this Team Aquagrant and also this wannabe Pirate Cal. And then I face Archie and... oh Archie. This freaking Pirate King cosplayer destroyed 4 of my Pokemon. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4! Like bro, chill out. What did I ever do to you? Well, I'm in a pickle here. I mean, I catch this matchup, I guess, but I managed to get kill immediately on the next team. And now I have to manage to beat Flannery with this team? Well, thank God I have my Lombre and Hariyama still alive. Otherwise I probably would have no chance. Lombre one-shot Slugma and then I fool around a bit with Torkoal. While Puzzle actually is able to paralyze this thing with Spark before going down. And after I get through Torkoal, Lombre can one-shot Numel and I win the 4th patch. The run is still alive, boys. Though, next I have to face my dad. This one is not going to be easy either. On the desert I catch Sandshrew and then head to Petalburg City. Plan is pretty much to try my best with Hariyama. Well, first slugging goes pretty well. After flinching it with Fake Out, I get lucky para to it with Force Palm, so I can then outspeed it and take it out without taking any damage. Vigor slightly scares me though. I send Illumise in safely because it uses Encore luckily, so I can use Charm to lower its attack harshly. Then I switch to Growlithe and spam Mega Drain until it's dead. Against the second slugging, I send in my Rock Moon guy to die. Oh yeah, this was the guy that I actually caught in the Meteor Falls, not you, but sorry, my bad. I hadn't written everything in the script and I'm just kinda winging it as I'm reading this through, so sorry. But yeah, I got Lunatone as my encounter from the Meteor Falls, and then I sent him in here to die so I can get Jay switched to Illumise. I used Charm again as Slacking is loafing around, and then in Sandshrew, which can take a hit from this thing thanks to the attack drop. And then I can safely switch to Hariyama, use Fake Out, get lucky para again with Force Palm and take out Slacking. I mean, I think that went well with having to sack only one Mon. And after the battle, Sandshrew evolves to Sandslash. We'll see how long this guy stays alive though. Next, I serve West from Morville and do the little mini adventure with Steven to get Latias. Next encounter I get is Electric, which could be a good mon to have for the next gym. And after arriving to Weather Institute, I handle with Team Aqua there and head on to the next rival fight. This one goes without any issues though. And after arriving to Port 3 City, I go get the goggles from Winston to get rid of the Kecleon blocking the way to the gym. I also catch a Gloom here as my encounter. After some grinding, Electric evolves to Manectric and I head to challenge Winona. This fight went much easier than I thought though. Sandslash handles Swellow even after a double team by hitting Rock Tomb successfully. And after that, Mega Latias sweeps the rest of her team. Didn't even need the rest of my team. Well, I take some easiness to this challenge after the earlier struggles. Next I head to Mount Pyre and catch Sapphire as my encounter here. Then I quickly deal with Team Aqua, though they still get away. I think I should get to Slateport next. But before that I'm gonna head to Lilycove first. Here I beat my rival again, shop a bit in the mall and then go to Slateport to witness Team Aqua stealing the submarine. So now I return back to Lilycove and invade their base. After beating everyone, I witness the submarine running away again. You know, this is starting to get old. Anyway, next I head to Moss Deep to take on the next gym. And on the way there I catch Tentacool as my encounter. Tate and Lisa fight goes very easily with Mega Sceptile one-shotting Lunatone. And sort of falls right after that and yeah, that's that. On the note of Moss Deep I catch Pelipper as my encounter from the Route 125. And then I hunt down a blue shard which I can trade to Waterstone. Finally I have a way to evolve Lombre to Ludicolo once I just want to do so. Next we dive underwater to go stop Team Aqua from waking up Kyogre. I mean, this Archie fight goes better than the fight in the volcano. This time only 2 of my Pokémon goes down. Granted, losing Latias is definitely bad, considering it was one of my strongest team member. Also, funnily enough, after Sapet goes down and I win the fight, it still manages to evolve, so it goes to Grave as Banette. I guess that's kinda fitting for a ghost type. Anyway, now I head to Sootopolis, go into Cave, where I get Sableye my encounter, witness Kyogre goes Primal, and then I catch it with Master Ball. Voila! World saved, disaster prevented, time to head to the final gym. I was honestly prepared for a tough fight, but after evolving Lombre to Ludicolo with Waterstone and teaching it Grass Knot, this fight was a piece of cake. Manectric takes out Love Disc with the Volt Switch and then I just spam Grass Knot with the Ludicolo to take out the rest of Wallace's team. That was very underwhelming. Next I head to grab Ice Beam TM from Sea Morville and Thunderbolt TM from New Morville, where I also catch Voltop as my encounter. I named it B because I pressed enter accidentally. Nice. Anyway, time to start my way to Victory Road next. Victory Road trainers are challenging as usual, but I make my way to face Wally. Wally's team is otherwise super easy, except for Mega Gallade. I let Chanceless go down here because I rather lose only one Pokemon than 2 or 3. So with that, Sceptile takes out Gallade and I get through the Victory Road. Now, time to make final preparations for the Pokemon League. As my last encounter of the game I catch Lairon from Victory Road. While grinding, it evolves to Aggron and Golbat evolves to Crobat. Honestly, I don't remember where I got this Golbat, sorry, I'm trying to remember, but I got it somewhere in some cave or something. But it's here with us from somewhere and evolved to Crobat. I grind my team to the level cap of 55 and then it's time to head to Elite 4. First fight is against Sydney, which is an easy fight. Hariyama deals with Mightyena and Crobat deals with Shiftry. Then Aggron deals with Absol and Manectric deals with Sharpedo. Last one is Cacturn, which Crobat deals with. And overall it was a pretty easy fight. Next fight is against Phoebe. Dusclops is dealt with Thunderbolt and Volt Switch from Manectric. Next I send in Crobat, which after a while takes out Banette. Against Sableye I send in Aggron and take it out with 2 hits. Aggron also takes out another Banette. Last one remaining is Dusk Noir, but Aggron can also take it out with a couple of hits. This fight was pretty easy as well in the end. Against Glacier I start the fight with Hariyama. Unfortunately Glalie cannot get flinched by Fake Out because of its ability Inner Focus. But it just set Hail and deals a little damage with Ice Shard. Hariyama then takes it out with Force Ball. Hariyama also hits through the Confusion to take Frostlass out with Heavy Slam. Nice. Against the next Frostlass I send in Ludicolo to deal some damage, but Frostlass avoids the hit thanks to its No Cloak ability. At this point I have no option but to sacrifice Crobat if I want to win this fight. After Crobat goes down, I send in Hariyama, which takes out Frostlass with Heavy Slam. Then Hariyama close combats Wall Raid and last Glalie, and I win the fight with that. Next opponent is Drake, and I start fight with Ludicolo to immediately outspeed and take out Altaria with single Ice Beam. Flygon goes down to Ice Beam as well. And then Drake sends in Salamence, and to keep Ludicolo still healthy I switch to Aggron. Aggron tanks hits from Salamence well and takes it out with Rock Slides after some healings by Drake. And next in comes another Flygon, so I send the Ludicolo back in. One Ice Beam, takes it out, and next in comes Kingdra. I chip it a little bit with Ice Beam and Kingdra uses Yawn. I decide to use another Ice Beam before falling asleep. After one turn of sleep, I need to switch, so I send in Sirius. It takes out Kingdra with Volt Switch. Alright, that's the Elite Four beaten then. It honestly went quite okay, even if I lost one team member. But now let's see, can I beat the Pokemon Champion? Champion Steven starts with Skarmory. I take it out to its 30 with Thunderbolt from Manectric as Skarmory sets up one layer of spikes. Couple more Thunderbolts takes out Skarmory and then in comes Aggron. I switch to Ludicolo and take Aggron to its 30 with Surf. One more Surf takes it out and next in comes Cradily. How you pronounce that? I don't know. This thing scares me a bit though, but I send in Hariyama and after Fake Out, Close Combat takes out Cradily with ease. Next in comes Claydol, so I switch first to Manectric. Then I safe switch to Sceptile. Claydol has now set up Reflect and Light Screen, which sucks a bit. I Mega Evolve and deal some damage with Leaf Blade. Then I go for Mega Trade to get some recovery and next Leaf Blade takes out Claydol and now in comes Armaldo. I first detect to stall turn of Reflect and Light Screen and then switch to Hariyama. After Fake Out I go for Heavy Slam. Hariyama survives attack and takes out Armaldo with one more Heavy Slam. Thank God. Last one remaining is Metagross. Here I decide to sacrifice Hariyama to get safe switch to someone else. And next I send in Aggron and use one Iron Defense to try to take some hits. It helps a little bit, but Metagross also gets attack boost from Medium Mass. I still get 2 Earthquakes in, but then Steven heals Metagross. I get one more Earthquake in before Aggron goes down. Manectric gets also good damage and paralysis with Thunderbolt, but Metagross takes out Manectric with Giga Impact. At this point though, Metagross is low enough that Ludicolo can come in and take it out with one Surf. And thus I beat the champion and this challenge. Wow! As I am crowned the new Pokemon League champion, it's good to look back a little bit. I admit that I took very different mindset to this run than to a previous hardcore Nuzlocke in Pokemon X for example. This time I did not really focus to the emotional side about losing Pokemon throughout the run, but more to the tactical and strategic side, you know, when to sacrifice someone if needed and so forth. But I also did not really try to play the most optimal way. I just kinda winged it and I got the run beaten so it worked out. I think it also makes run more interesting this way. But hey, let me know what you think about that in the comments as well. Anyway, that's going to be all for this video. Thank you for watching. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me know what other kind of Pokemon challenges you would like to see me do. And as usual, I will see you in the future videos. But for now it's a bye bye.